All right, one thing I just want to make clear here, because I say vocabulary, and I think maybe some of you think, oh, Tuesday's going to be a big definition quiz. Define this. No, no. Here's what I mean by vocabulary. I give you the vocabulary term, you can draw it. You can draw it. I give you the vocabulary term, can you give me the geometric symbol for it? Because we do a lot of shorthand in here and a lot of symbols. That's what I'm looking for. Do I care that you know, like for the first one, a point is a geometric point, has no length, width, or thickness? Think of it as a location. No, that's a waste of time. Can you draw it? Can you label it? That's what I want. All right, so let's talk about that first one. Everyone has seen a point before, so let's get a picture of it first. There you go, there's a point. With every point, you will see a capital letter with it. So let's call this capital P. So every point, you're going to see a capital letter with it. Now, how do I, if you had to write, if I just gave you this and said, write it out, tell me what this is, you would tell me this is point P. That's how I say it. So this is what I'm talking about as far as the vocabulary goes. Draw it and be able to write it out. All right, now I take a point, I put another one with it. I put another one with it. I put another one. Infinite amount of points I put together. I end up with what's called a line. Now it's important when we draw the picture for a line, you got arrows at both ends. If you take the arrows off, that's a totally new vocabulary term. You only leave one arrow on, that's another vocabulary term. So you got to have two on if you want to call it a line. Now, what did we just talk about? A line's made up of infinite amount of points. So let's throw some points on here. Not that. X, Y, Z. And for your textbook purposes, you're going to see this as well. Not a point, but just a lowercase letter next to one of the arrows. That is not a point. So this is a picture of a line. How do I write a line now? Ready? The symbol, geometric symbol for line, is literally a little smaller one. So you don't have to write out the word L-I-N-E. What do you put underneath it? At least 2 points on the line. At least. Can you put more? Yes. But you got to have at least 2. So here I could call this line. My writing is true. Awful. XY. Another one. Come on, feed me. What else? Line X, Y, Z. Fine. You went 3. Also, because I put it here, you can also name this line M. It's not a point, so I don't need 2 of them. Line M. But you got to have 2. Okay? Got to have 2 for a line. And the arrows must be on there. Any issues? Point, line, all good? Next one. Fade. Good man. Good man. Fade. All right. A plane. A plane. Now, if you take a look at the definition, there's no way I'm going to be able to draw it. A flat surface extending in all directions, no thickness. Good luck drawing that, right? So instead, what we have is kind of like a parallelogram looking figure. That's how we write a plane in here. Okay? That's how we write a plane. It's a get this out of here. There we go. A little parallelogram looking figure. Inside a plane, you got points. You got lines. I'm just going to put points for now. You could also have lines in there as well. I'm just going to put points. How do you name it? I'm sorry, there's no symbol for plane. I apologize. No, I'm not apologizing. You're in honors. Write it out. Plane. You name a plane with 3 points on the plane that will not form a line. And you need to give me 3 points that are on the plane that would, if I connected them, would not form a line. So I could name this plane CBD. How else could I name it? Plane.
Wait, what?
Where are those points?
Oh, I thought you meant just any random points.
No, it's got to be points actually in there labeled.
DAC.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, final way. And I haven't put it on the plane yet, but you will see a capital letter in one of the corners of the plane. That's not a point. That's how you can name the plane. So plane Q. Again, if you're going to name it with 3, you can name 3 or more, but it's got to be 3 that don't form a line. All good. All right. In a second, not right now, you're going to do 1, 2, and 3 with people around you. Before you do that, though, look at the diagram I provided. Okay, I want you to notice something here. Everyone see, I'm not going to name it because I'm not going to give away the answers. Everyone see this line right here? That is what we call on the plane. That line is on the plane right there. All right, this one right here and this one right here we say is on the plane. You see this one right here? Notice it's got the dash marks. That's going through the plane. That's not on the plane. That's what those dashes are telling you is line, however you're going to name it, is going through the plane. See the difference? On, through with dash lines. All good? All right, 1, 2, and 3. Got a couple seconds here. Go ahead. Write it correctly. Write it correctly using your new symbols. What do you say? Let's roll here. A line containing point X. Now, somebody's going to give me an answer, probably correct, but it may not match yours. But you might be correct too. Notice answers may vary when we're doing this. And remember that when we're doing the homework tonight too. Just because my answer key doesn't match yours doesn't mean you're not wrong. Okay, because there's multiple ways to name a line and a plane. All good? All right, so don't start freaking out. Oh, I didn't have that. It must be wrong. No, it's probably right. All right, probably right. So let's go here. 23, start us off. Give me a line containing point X.
M. Line M.
Fine. Line M. You just use that single letter next to it. I'm fine with that. Did anybody name it line XY, line YR, line RYX? Fine. As long as you have 2 points on that line. All good? All right, I'm not going to put the rest. A line containing point Z now. A line containing point Z, 21. Line L. You guys like those single letters, huh? Did anybody have ZR, RZ? Good. How about a plane containing points W and R? A plane containing points W and R. Oh, 9.
Plane YWR.
YWR. Do those form a line? So it's a good one. Plane YWR. Did anybody have plane B? Fine. The only thing you could not have, watch your mouth here. Watch it. You could not say anything with a Z in it. Why not? It's not on the plane. So if you had a Z in your name, no. Got to get rid of it because that's not a point on the plane. All good? Okay. You ready to draw now? Ooh, this is going to be tough. You can do this. Plane Z. Why don't you just draw that right now? Let's get it over with. Plane Z. Where's the Z got to go? In one of the corners. It's not a point. That's how I'm naming it. Plane Z. So I should have a Z in the corner somewhere. And now you're about to put 3 lines. X, Y, and W. So where should the X, Y, and W go when you draw those lines? Near one of the arrows, right? Because that's not a X, Y, and W aren't points. They're the names of the line. You see what I mean? So they should be going near the arrows. And then make sure X and Y intersect at V and X and W intersect at P. Go ahead. I love this one because there's so many different ways you could do it. Drawing it now is always the toughest for kids. Come on.
Line across, right? The line across. Actually, there's 3 lines. That's we'll name that X.
We'll name this X.
And Y, X and Y intersect at point V.
You can do Y just like that.
Down, yeah.
And then we'll make this point P.
Yeah, the intersection is point V, right?
Oh, yeah.
We have to have one more X and W to intersect that point V. So you just do another vertical one
Yep.
to Y.
And then this is P.
I made it really messy.
I did one line up, one line across. Look what I did.
Okay, I'm gonna get going. Again, my diagram, don't go by mine. Mine, might be different than yours. Let's start with the first two lines. X and Y, they have to intersect. Okay, X and Y have to intersect. And they have to intersect at. So I gotta have that. Make sure you got two lines on your plane right now that are called X and Y, and they intersect at point V. All right, let's introduce this third line now, which is, what's the other one? W, and it's got to intersect X. I already have X there, so I got to draw a line now that intersects it. There. Could have been over there, over through here, through. I don't care as long as it intersects it, and it's got to intersect it at point P. There it is. Again, I would have to come around and look at everyone's individually to see if you're correct, but just make sure the two lines intersect at V, two lines intersect at P. Issues? Any issues with points, lines, and planes? Because I got to go over a couple more. Yep.
Do the lines have to stay inside the plane?
What do you mean? Can it go off like this? That's fine. That's fine. It can't go through though.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as it doesn't go through, yes, you're fine. I could extend these because lines go on forever. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. As long as it doesn't go through. Questions? Points, lines, planes. We got two more. I think 2 or 3 more vocabulary terms for you. Good job, guys. Wait till next week. It's going to get intense. Collinear. I dread asking this question every single year. Collinear. I dread this. Can you name a word that collinear has in it? What do you got for me?
Linear.
Okay, linear. Good. Can we shrink it down a little bit more?
Linear.
Line. Thank you. Most years I get the word ear, and I'm like, well, what am I going to do with the word ear in this class? What's mathematically possible to do with that? But yes, line. Line. In fact, any points on the same line. Any points on the same line are called collinear. I'm going to make your job difficult because we're in what class? Darn right we are. So here we go. Let's get a slew of lines drawn. Ready? Let's get 2 that intersect each other right there. Well, we have a vertical line going down there. And why don't we just get nuts and just draw another one that's parallel to that first one. Oh, parallel. There's another vocab term. All right, let's label some points on here. A, B, let's name that point of intersection C. Let's go D here. What do you say? E. Let's put an F right in the middle there. What do you say? F. Yeah, why not? A G somewhere. Let's put a G up top. Okay. Whole lot of lines, whole lot of points. I'm going to ask somebody now to give me 3 points that are collinear in this diagram. Again, 3. Not 2 out of 3 you give me. All 3 are collinear, meaning they're on the same line. Points, whatever, you'll give me here a second, are collinear. All 3. 2 out of 3 doesn't cut it. All 3 have to be on the same line. Oh, 13. What do you say?
Points
BFE, all on this line. Great job. B. Hey, make sure we separate them by commas, because if you just write BFE, it's looking like a line. All right, or a plane. BFE. One's not good enough. Give me another set. 17.
AD.
Give me 3.
Oh, 3.
3. You're better than that.
GCE.
Any 2 are form a line.
GCE.
GCE. There we go. Any 2 points are collinear. Make sense? Does that make sense? I could just draw 2 points. You can always draw a line through it. So that's why we go 3. All right, non-collinear points. Not on the same line. All right, here I won't make your life difficult. Can we use the same diagram? Is that all right? Same diagram as above. So give me 3 points now that are non-collinear. Here we go. 10.
CD or
3 points, not on the same line, non-collinear.
BDG.
Okay. Yeah, yep, that's fine. Okay, watch what I'm going to do here. Watch what I'm going to do here. C, G, A. CG, they're on this line, but is A? No. I don't care if 2 out of 3 are. As long as all of them are, that's still fine. See where I'm going there? You can have 2 out of 3 on the same line, but the third one's not, you're still good. Non-collinear. All right, non-collinear, just as long as all 3 are not. You good with collinear? Last word today I'm going to introduce is H-curl, good. Coplanar. Collinear, points on the same line. Coplanar, points or lines on the same plane. All right, points or lines. Now to do this, you're going to see my best artistic diagram of the year, because the rest of them are just embarrassing. All right, as I draw a cube right now. That's about as good as it's going to get for me today, for this year, guys. This is as good as it's going to get. Once I have to start drawing airplanes and buildings, when we start doing some word problems later on in the year, oh boy, that's not going to be pretty. 0 artistic ability. Actually, I can do a symmetrical hot dog stand pretty well. Okay, let's start here. Coplanar points. How do I identify what points are coplanar? Well, first, let me make this easy on you. How many planes do I have in my cube? 6. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one of those 6 planes right now. Take one of those 6 in your head. and give me 3 points from it. Those points are coplanar. Points on the same plane. So take one of those 6 right now. All right, take one of those 6. Give me 3 points off one of them. 25?
A, B.
A, B,
Oh, so I'm an F.
F. That's that front plane he's talking about there. A, B, F. That's good for me. So points A, B, F are coplanar. And now give me another one. Come on, give me another set of 3. Oh, 25 doubles.
FAE.
FAE, the one on the left. Yep. So those are points. Now give me lines that are coplanar. Same thing. Take one of those 6 planes right now. Take one of those 6 planes and give me 2 lines on it. I totally messed that up, huh? Not the spelling bee champ. Remember, let's go start using our symbols here. Okay, what do you got? I'll let you guys. 2. Give me 2 lines on the same plane.
E and F.
Those are points.
Okay. And
Remember, if you're going to tell me a line, you got to tell me line,
oh,
2 points underneath. Line, 2 points underneath.
line EF.
Okay, line EF is coplanar with
Line FC.
EF and FC up the top one. Got it. Okay? Everyone see how coplanar works with points and lines. All right, you got 4 questions to end this today. 4 questions right here. We'll go over it as a group in a second, but go ahead and work together. I'll give you a couple minutes and we'll get finished with this lesson. How many planes are on this diagram showing? How many planes showing? 1, 5, good work. Okay, we got 5 planes showing. Name 3 points that are collinear. You got to remember what collinear meant, right? There's only a certain amount of sets you can give me here. 23?
Points A, H,
Fine. Points. Make sure you separate it with a comma. A, H, and B. Anybody have F, J, B? Perfect. Don't change it. It's fine. It's fine. All right, ready. Now here comes some controversy. A, H, J, D. Are they coplanar? Now, how many planes did you tell me there were? So, if you're going to say yes or no, A, H, D, all of them, not 3 out of 4, all 4 need to be on one of those 5 planes at the same time. Is that true?
No.
There's 5 planes up here, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? I get it. A, H, D are on this plane right here, right? Is D part of that? A, H, D is part of that back plane, isn't it? J part of that?
No.
So are all 4 on the same plane at the same time? No. They're not on one of those 5 planes. They all four have to be on the same plane. 3 of them are in certain cases, but the 4th one's always not there. All good there? All right, now let's turn our attention. What about B, D, and F? B, D, and F. You said there's 5. Are B, D, and F on one of those 5?
Yes.
Correct. Right here. It's on that back one right there. Okay, see the difference between example 3 and 4, why it's no versus yes. What coplanar is now? Good? All right. I don't have enough books for everybody, but you can share amongst people around you. You can certainly give your phone and take a quick picture and put it back and work, or take your phone and work off the picture. It's up to you. but let's get started here. I don't want to waste 13 minutes that you have right now. Okay, let's not waste 13 minutes.